Good morning, 11th graders. Welcome back to Raider Time 11. It's that time of year again. You probably recognize what we're going to do before we're already doing it. The four of us on the screen together. It's time for your course requests for your senior year. Over the course of the next 20 minutes in this video, we want to walk you through how to find the registration guide, some of the important things in the registration guide that you'll need to complete your course request process. And as always, we're going to walk you through how to actually request your courses for your senior year of high school. Yes, if you can believe it, next year is your senior year of high school. With that in mind, I'll ask Mr. Enzer to share his screen and we will show you how to get where you need to be. So on the Northfield High School website, northfieldschools.org, you're going to go to the schools tab and find Northfield High School. That's where you've been going for the last 3 years. It's where you'll go next year. On the left side, student support, that tab right there, click that button. You're going to scroll down a little bit and find course registration and planning for 2025 and 26 and hit the blue-green button that will open a brand new registration guide complete with a sweet Raiders League logo. Scrolling down, first thing I want to highlight here in the guide is our table of contents. If you have any questions about where a specific subject is, where a specific course might be, where to find some information, you will find it in the table of contents. It's broken down by subject and then individual course within those subjects. We always start off with your required classes, your English, your math, your sciences, things like that, and then into your electives, the world language, and so on. So that is your table of contents. Scrolling down past the table of contents here, you'll find information about the Northfield High School profile. The profile is what we include when we're sending off your transcripts to colleges you might be applying to next year. It includes information about our town, as well as information about things we offer at the school, co-curricular activities, advanced classes, AP classes, things of that nature. It also outlines statistics from our past academic performances, be they ACT tests or AP exam, as well as, and my favorite part, it outlines the future plans for our previous graduating class, so the class of 2024 in this case, outlines how many went to a 4 or 2 year college or to the military and so on, and if they went to a 2 or 4 year college, where they decided to attend. Two more pieces I want to outline for you guys. You guys are aware of this by now. This is going to be year 4 for you. You need to choose between 6 and 7 credits to be considered a full-time student, and this is our course add drop policy. Please be aware that we make decisions on how many sections of a certain class are going to run or what classes are going to run based on the choices you're making now in course requests. So please take these next 2 days when you're deciding what you want to take seriously, and be aware of the add drop policy and understanding that we're limited in changes we can make going forward. You guys have seen this a bunch by now. You're entering year 4 of it, right? These are your grad requirements. This is what you need to know for to get to the finish line. And you guys are frankly almost already there, but you've seen this. 16 required credits, and then your 7 electives needed. When choosing classes, you're also going to want to think about beyond maybe our grad requirements and some stuff as far as it pertains to life beyond high school. And with that in mind, I'll pass it off to Ms. Rasmussen.
Thank you, Mr. Turnquist. Hello, future seniors, the future leaders of the school. This is very exciting. Now your 4-year plan that reduced down to 1 year you're going to be planning next year. I want you to think about the years after high school, life beyond high school. Now it's very important. So you all should have received a copy of your transcript, and you'll be able to take a look at how many credits you've earned and where you are with those requirements and what you need to complete. Many of you may go over the requirements, but you're still filling a full schedule. And this is the time to think about what you need to take that gets you set up for life after high school. If you're looking at a college or university or the military, what do they recommend and require? It may quite possibly be different than what is required for your diploma. So for example, world language, are you looking at a four-year college that requires this? If so, this is an elective course, but 2 years of a single world language should be included in this. What are you taking and how is it setting you up for um, the future and life after high school? I want you to be really focusing in on your Naviance account and possible career pathways, what you want to do, and guide your choices toward that. So also playing sports, now is the time to be thinking about whether you are meeting the eligibility requirements of NCAA, if you're looking at being big into D1, D2 sports. There's a lot of information in these first pages of the registration guide, and we are giving 3 days for you to create and plan and build your schedule after high school. So I want you to take some time and look through these. Dual credit opportunities are available to you. This is exciting that you have more options. There's advanced placement. There's senior honors program. We have concurrent enrollment courses where we're partnering with Mankato. There's the PSEO, like I said, there's so many options that you want to take some time and think about what fits you and learn about them. This is just a little snapshot of it right now. After registration is complete, there will be more information with details coming about PSEO February 24th during Flex. We will have a session that really goes into detail on this. What we want you to do right now is complete your list of courses, all high school courses for this time. And then we can drop and make changes as you get more information, talk with your counselor, that sort of thing. So I'm going to pass it to Mr. Ensrud to take it from here.
Thank you, Ms. Rasmussen. And I really appreciate what you were saying as far as the foundation for what we need to make plans is the high school courses and filling out completely this course request process. We know, we've worked with students for a long time, that you'd prefer to take, geez, I only need 4 credits. Can I just take 4 credits worth of classes and just hang out the rest of my day? It's not one of the options we can put in front of you. We have rules and laws we have to live by, and one of them is a complete high school schedule that's at least 6 classes each semester. And then if you are someone who's going to look at some of those other options of earning credit different ways, absolutely, that conversation can come next week, or the week after, in the coming weeks for sure, to help you see what else might be out there. Ms. Rasmussen was talking about these dual credit options that may apply to some of you, and you might decide, hey, I'm going to try out something different next year that helps get me ready for my what's next, whatever that next pathway or that next destination might look like. We'll be talking about this document that's in front of you specifically on Thursday of this week, once we get through the details of what you need to include in your requests. So let's return to that focus. These pages you've seen before, and as I go through them pretty quickly, it might be a matter of a quick stop and review or something that's new that you might want to consider. If you haven't fulfilled and finished the arts requirement, again, check with what's on the transcript you got today. These are your choices to meet the arts requirement, anything from the music and arts department that you are qualified for. English looks a little different your senior year because most everything coming into 12th grade has been a year-long experience, and you still have one of those year-long experiences in AP Lit and Comp, but the other ones are going to be kind of a combo pack potential of a couple classes, whatever can get you to a full credit of English in order to fulfill our graduation requirements. And all those courses have a specific description written by the people who teach the class. I know you guys talk to each other. You might be talking to current seniors. What should I take? Who should I take? Teachers don't know who's teaching what yet for next year. So really relying on the information on these pages is probably the best and most accurate way to determine what those course experiences might feel like. Math, like Ms. Rasmussen was talking about, are you done with math because you met graduation requirements after this year, which are reviewed in the math section? Or are you going someplace that requires a 4th year of math to be considered for admission? Or are you on a math pathway where you still have to take a 4th year math in order to meet graduation requirements. It becomes a pretty individualized decision as you work through some of these sections. Beyond math, we get into our Phy-Ed and health. Kind of like the arts requirement, do you have a full credit yet as far as your Phy-Ed? If not, we have a couple new options in this section, and that's where, again, the word new shows up, and you can see what's new or different from what's been there before. And you might need another half credit of Phy-Ed, or you might want more Phy-Ed. You might realize that some activity in your day is a good way to stay on track and stay on pace. Science, kind of like math, it's up to you to decide, have I met grad requirements? If not, it's not just up to you. We can help with that decision. And do you want or need more science to move towards your future plan that's the best fit for you? Physics and AP Physics come to mind. There are a couple other science department offerings we'll talk about later. Social studies, for your group, you are taking either a semester of econ and a semester of global studies, knowing that global studies can be a traditional everyday experience or a hybrid experience. Or are you also going to tack on things like an AP US Gov or an advanced psychology, things that are also going to show up elsewhere in the guide? If you're not sure about the difference between global studies traditional and global studies hybrid, or if you're not sure about the difference between econ and AP macro and what that all means, again, this is the place to get those details. If you're a student on an IEP, you might be curious about some of the IEP-driven classes that are a part of your schedule that you've been talking about with your case manager. And then again, like Ms. Rasmussen mentioned, if you're still in need of or want of furthering your language acquisition because you want to, or because it will help you get where you want to go, this is the section to take a closer look at. And then we move into those areas of interest, which ideally, as you look at this screen of our areas of interest that are connected directly to career exploration, you try and find electives that fit what you want to maybe do. Or maybe you try on an elective that helps you decide this is not what I want to do, but I didn't have to pay for it now, so that's kind of nice. Or the reality, next year is going to be the last year you can take classes for free. Try something. See if it's a change of pace. See if it's something you want to do as a hobby outside your school day. Whatever works for you. Explore something new or different. If you're starting to run out of things that I feel I have to do these, but I'm not sure what else I want to try and do. All right, the rest of this you've seen before. It's areas of interest, types of classes, whether they're intro, intermediate, or advanced. Prerequisites are all really clearly spelled out for the arts and for the musics, and so on and so forth through each of the upcoming area of interest sections. Business and culinary is after the arts. We've got some different offerings and some different descriptions. Certainly talk to Ms. Wilson in business or Ms. Zenk in the culinary department to get more information on anything you see here. Ag, foods, natural resources, and tech ed, similar offerings. Again, maybe a new one sprinkled in here and there that you might want to learn more about, or maybe you saw at the elective showcase last week. Getting past this section, health sciences, students who are looking on any health science pathway, we've got some classes. Human services, going into education or a human service field like psychology, might be some things of interest here. And then lastly, science and technology. We have a few different options that touch those areas of interest. So that kind of brings us through the Reg Guide that you've seen before. And then we're going to walk it back a step to the website we were on, the section we were looking at where we access the Reg Guide. Right underneath it, open the one that says 26 and 27 registration instructions, because that's your grad year, 2026. You've seen a document like this before where we walk you through the pre-planning, remind you of the schedule change ins and outs, the specific, how do I do this again in Skyward that Ms. Lippens is about to show you. If you want to relive your glory years and fill in what you've done in the past, you can. More importantly, you might want to see that you have a little more to work with in terms of some open spaces as an upcoming 12th grader. Again, depending on what your plans are for after high school. And then this section, if you download this into Notability, is really a great place to highlight some things and track down some course numbers. They're going to make it a heck of a lot easier to do the work in Skyward in just a couple minutes. So all of our offerings, you can see what's for what grade level. It's all very cleanly organized and laid out. And if you need a few review questions and answers, this last page touches on some of those frequently asked questions, including full circle to Ms. Rasmussen's reference to the session on Monday, February 24th, where we're going to discuss PSEO and other dual credit things a little more fully. With that, I'm going to toss it back over to Ms. Lippens, and she's going to finish this thing out with us, okay?
Right. Hi, everyone. So let's get ready for your senior year. That's so exciting. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure, like Mr. Ensrud and everyone was saying, that you are ready for your senior year, right? So make sure that you have all the graduation requirements met and that you're ready for senior year. So look over the course registration guide. Choose classes that are really fun that you want to take. This is the last time that you get to do that. So high school is super fun. You never get to come back. So make the most of your senior year and really enjoy it. So I know you've done this a ton of times, but we are going to learn how to register. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So while you're picking your classes, make sure you consult with your teachers to make sure you're taking the right class, your parents. If you need help, we are here to help you. We will be available to help you through this process. So I kind of went through that fast. You're going to click select courses. And then when you get to this screen, you're going to go down here and plug in the classes you want to take. So as Mr. Ensrud said, you need to take 2 English classes for a full year next year, unless you decide to do AP. So the first class I'm going to register for is Senior Lit. So make sure you know the course number. So the English classes start with 4-1. I just need to add that in. I see Senior Literature right here. I'm going to go to Add Course. Now my first class that I've registered for Senior Literature. So that's only half a credit. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my second English class. So this time I'm going to try Senior Writing. I'm going to go ahead and click Add Course. And now I have a full year of English. So if you notice right here where it says total credits, I have 1 full credit and my English is met there. Another required class I would have to take as a senior is economics. So I'm going to go ahead and register for that one. That starts with 8-5. Search for it. There's economics. Add course, and there I go. Okay, so again, you have to choose 6 classes. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, but I've met all the requirements and I don't need all those electives. Like I said, this is the last time in your life that you'll ever get to take a class for fun. So enjoy it. You have to take 6 classes. Make sure the total credit says 6 or 7. You're absolutely welcome to take 7 classes. Once you have picked all of your classes, you're going to request an alternate. As you know, some of the classes will fill up. So in the summer, if the class that you've chosen is full, we get to go back and pick a class for you. So we would much rather choose one of your alternates than have to guess what you would want to take. So for an alternate, I'm going to choose Strength, Agility, Quickness here. I'm going to add the course. And there you'll see earlier I was picking some. So here's my 3 alternates: Walking for Wellness, Core Strength, Strength and Agility. My first choice is 1, 2, and 3. If I decide later that, oh, I want Strength and Agility to move up, I'm going to just click on the arrow. And now it's my first choice there. So again, you will know when you are completed when your total credit says 6 or 7 and 3 total alternates. And with that, you are all done registering. You're going to click the X and there you go. And your senior schedule is on its way.
Hey, good luck, everybody.
Hey.